Hello and welcome to this Chromperfect training video. In this short presentation, we will be using a useful tool for product demonstrations and user training. I will explain how to set up a virtual instrument for data acquisition. This feature can be very useful for distributors and resellers who want to demonstrate real-time data acquisition to potential customers. This method does not require Chromperfect to be connected to an instrument. The system can also be used by customers to train new staff using an office computer. This means that the laboratory PCs can remain active for other users during staff training sessions. Let's go ahead and open Chromperfect. We're going to set up a virtual instrument using Data from File. First, click on the Configure button. This is where we configure instruments within Chromperfect. First, we are presented with a Chromperfect Data Acquisition Service dialog box. Click Configuration. And next, we are presented with the Instrument Properties dialog. Using the pull-down list, we can select various types of instruments that can be configured within the Chromperfect acquisition system. We're going to select the first option, Data from File. Next, we are going to add our virtual instrument. Click the Add button. We're presented with a dialog. Here we select different data source files for the multiple detectors on our virtual instrument. When we have completed the setup process, these data files will be displayed in the real-time plot. This allows us to simulate real data collection without the need for an instrument. For this demonstration, I'm going to browse to my sample data directory and select amino.1 raw and aminob.1 raw. This will simulate a dual detector HPLC system using a TGRED interface box. Now, let's select our second channel aminob. The next variable you may wish to adjust is the relay speed factor. We don't want to run the analysis at a 10th normal speed. We would be waiting for hours for the run to finish. A relay factor of 1 will display the chromatograms in real time. However, this is a 45-minute analysis. Chromperfect allows us to speed up the real-time acquisition. For demonstration purposes, when using a virtual instrument, let's increase the relay factor to 20. This means our 45-minute run will display 20 times faster and will complete in just over 2 minutes. This should be great for our customer demonstration. Obviously, the shorter the analysis time, the smaller the value you should select for the relay speed factor. An important thing to remember when configuring instruments within Chromperfect: you must click the Apply Edit button before clicking OK. Clicking Apply Edit will effectively save the configuration. Notice that the modification tag changes to Yes. We must remember to click Apply Edits after every change if we are adding multiple instruments. Now we can click OK. Next, we are presented with the Instrument and Hardware Connections dialog. For Chromperfect to display our virtual instrument, we must click the Connected box here. Next follows a couple of text boxes. Here we can enter identification information. Let's call this a test HPLC. Let's presume our instrument has 2 different wavelength UV detectors. This is just text and will appear on the chromatograms and the report, for identification purposes. These dialogues are the same when configuring virtual instruments, or real instruments within Chromperfect. Let's click OK. Our installation is now complete, and you'll notice the service status is now awaiting download. This is exactly what we would expect, as Chromperfect is waiting for us to download method and sample information. We can now exit the dialog box. Let's click the Run icon on the Chromperfect start bar. If you see this Windows Security Alert dialog box, and you just installed Chromperfect, you want to allow access through the Windows firewall. Now, you will see the instrument name, a test HPLC, with 2 detectors shown. The status is awaiting download, indicating that Chromperfect is waiting for method and sample information. Like with any instrument, we must first claim the instrument, using the button here. Next, switch to the Status tab. Next, we either right-click on the spreadsheet, and click Download, or click on the control icon and now click the Download button from here. We must first select a governing method file for channel A. For this, I'm going into my sample data directory, and select amino method. I am entering a sample name here, and then a base file name, which will be the file that is saved to the computer disk. We can of course enter any information into heading 1 and heading 2. Because this is a 2-channel instrument, we must now select channel B and select a processing method for the second channel. This will tell the system things like plot settings and what report should be produced. I'm going to select amino B and enter some information here also. When we click OK, the system is ready to go. We can press Start on the control panel here. In a couple of seconds, you'll see the real-time plot appear on the screen. You can now see why it's so useful to change the relay speed factor. When demonstrating Chromperfect data acquisition, the relay speed factor allows us to condense long analysis into just a couple of minutes. Let's adjust our windows. You can see that we can interact with the demo file in the same way as if it was a real analysis. If required, you can set up multiple virtual instruments. This can replicate how a larger lab, with multiple instruments, would use Chromperfect. I have added another 3 instruments to our demonstration. The first, test HPLC, remains a dual detector instrument, while the other 3 have single detectors. This allows you to demonstrate how Chromperfect will work with multiple instruments, connected to a single computer. Let's quickly start these analyses. So that's a quick introduction to setting up and using virtual instruments. A very useful tool for demonstrating the product, or in a training environment, for new users of Chromperfect.